Well, it's been a difficult few days for North Melbourne, who were unwittingly caught up in Perth's COVID scare over the weekend. They've returned to Melbourne and are quarantining at home, and that's where we find Jai Simpkin. Jai, we appreciate your time on AFL Tonight. How are you coping at home in isolation?
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been okay so far. Obviously, we're still allowed to get out and get to training under strict rules, so we're still able to leave the house, which is a good thing.
Now, Jai, being stuck at home, have you been whipping up your own coffees? How are your barista skills?
Oh, my barista skills are about as they're not very good, to be honest. I don't make me coffees at home, that's for sure. I wait till I get into the club. We have a little coffee machine in at the club, and I make a little brew.
Okay, so coffee's a big no. What about cooking, or are you going Uber Eats?
Yeah, a bit of Uber Eats. Last night I got some Uber Eats. My housemate tonight is cooking me up dinner, which is nice of him. So, a bit of both.
Jai, looks like there is some good news on the horizon with the red zone in Perth being lifted probably overnight. Are you hopeful of having a normal end to the week?
Yeah, hopefully. I think we're just waiting on the government's green light, which will then allow us to live our lives normally and as we were previous to the weekend.
So take us back to last Friday where it all started at the airport, Jai. Has it been a stressful few days for you, or have you been able to sort of take it all in your stride?
A little bit, not too bad on myself, but there was a few guys with families and stuff back home that were still in Melbourne. They weren't too sure whether they'd be able to get back and be able to see their kids for 2 weeks and whatnot. So personally, it wasn't too bad, but yeah, it was a weird sort of couple of hours. We arrived in Perth on the plane, and then obviously everyone had notifications saying, geez, what's going to happen now? And then about an hour later, there was the WA press conference with the government and whatnot, and then we found out the news about being in lockdown. So, it's not the worst thing. We were still able to get out, play football, and get back to Melbourne. So things could have been a lot worse.
What's it been like, Jai, since you got home? Have you tried to get to the club a little bit more, just purely so you can be out of the house a bit more?
Nah, not really, to be honest. I've just been sticking to the schedule. It's pretty strict at the moment with what we can and what we can't do, obviously. So we're sort of, when we have to be at the club, we're in, and as soon as we're out of the club, we're straight home. So it's pretty strict at the minute.
So this became a big thing in lockdown last year, the Formula One driving league at North Melbourne. Has it ramped up this week at all, given you've been at home?
No, that's still on the same schedule every Wednesday night. So tomorrow night will be game on again. But that's business as usual.
What car are you driving this season?
I'm in the Renault this year. Me and Aiden Core are teammates. We haven't been going too good, unfortunately. We've been crashing out most weeks.
Well, Jai, the Renault car isn't that great, to be honest. I'm not surprised you're struggling. So, Melbourne this week, it looks likely that you'll be able to play in Tassie. How good is that to get back to the Apple Isle?
Yeah, it'll be awesome. We have a lot of Tasmanian fans down there, and unfortunately last year we didn't get to play down there at all. So the club and all the players are really excited to, hopefully, if all goes clear with the government and everything is good, that we can get back down there this week and play in front of our fans.
The Demons have been great this season, no doubt about that, but someone has to knock them down a peg. Why not you guys?
Yeah, exactly right. Melbourne, they're obviously playing really good footy. They haven't lost a game yet this season, so that just shows how good they're going. We go into every match. I guess we are underdogs, and especially going down to Tassie, hopefully. It sets up no better platform for us to hopefully have a good game and beat the Ds.
It's going to be a real challenge for you, Jai, when you look at who you'll be up against in the engine room. Viney, Petrarca and Oliver. A serious test of skill and physicality for you.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive challenge, and you obviously throw Maxi Gorn in there in the ruck as well. Our contested ball and clearances hasn't been the best this season. So as a midfield group, we're really looking to bounce back from that, and no better test than play against the best.
Well, a much publicised move down back for Jack Ziebell this season. It's been noticeable how much he's had the footy in his hands. Has that been good for you guys?
Yeah, definitely. And us, especially with a lot of key players out down back with Luke McDonald, Robbie Tarrant and these guys. So to have Zeebs be able to stand up and play the way he has been playing, it's awesome. You hear his voice the whole game, setting guys up down the field, and just his poise and his ball use coming out of the back line. It's been unreal for the start of the season.
All right, Joe, before we let you go, we can see you've got some prints on the wall in the background. I believe we can see LeBron, Snoop Dogg's there and Drake behind you as well. Can you talk us through these purchases, please?
Yeah, so a little shout out to Fat Nut Customs. I think that's a bit of James Harms actually, so I'm probably coming against him this weekend. But yeah, no, I love these three guys. Yeah, especially LeBron. I follow him pretty closely, a bit of a bandwagoner, but yeah, no, I love the Prince.
Well, hopefully LeBron gets back fit and firing for the Lakers in the playoffs, and hopefully you guys can give the Demons a good shake this weekend. Thanks for your time, Jai.
Too easy. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.